Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast. Listen, as I always say, you're watching this, you're here for a reason, whether it's me, whether it's my guest, whether you're trying to get some knowledge and gain some insight, you're here. So you might as well just subscribe, like, and share this with somebody else that can get value from this conversation we are about to have. So thank you. I would like to introduce my guest. Well, no, I would like to let my guest introduce herself. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Hello, my name is Loranda Sullivan, and I am a licensed esthetician and a positive elevation mentor.
Okay. Let's dive right into that. A positive who?
Elevation mentor.
What is that?
So for me, I feel like life is the best experience. You know how people have life coaches, they have mentors, etc. So for me, my goal is to help people transform their mindset from negative to positive. Because as an esthetician, of course, I'm beautifying people from the inside. I'm beautifying people from the outside, but I want to help beautify people from the inside as well.
Okay. So you just all around beautifying people.
Yes.
What started you on this journey?
So what started me on the journey as an esthetician is I went to cosmetology school in like 2004, and I realized that I did not like doing hair. It was not something that I wanted to do, but I wasn't educated enough to know that if I would have completed the cosmetology program, I could have just stuck with the aesthetics part. So what I did was I dropped out. Well, I didn't necessarily drop out. I completed the program, but I didn't go back and get the 64 hours that I needed. Mm-hmm. So if you don't go back within a certain time frame, you lose your hours.
Okay.
So fast forward, life went on. I had children, got married, and I was taking care of everybody else, but I wasn't taking care of myself.
For sure.
So I decided to do something for myself. And what I wanted to do for myself was to go back to school.
Okay.
So I went to San Francisco Institute of Aesthetics and Cosmetology to get my esthetician license. And I did 6 months there part-time, got my license, and became a licensed esthetician.
I like it. Okay. But what made you be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. Like, what made you want to be like an esthetician though? Like, out of all of the things that you could have done, why that?
I am a natural nurturer, and I like taking care of people. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do to take care of people. And I know with us in the Black community, especially, we don't take care of our skin, and we don't take care of, ourselves for the most part. So I was teased a lot as a child about my skin tone. People teased me, called me names, and did all kind of mean
Cruel
things
stuff.
to me. Cruel stuff to me.
You know what? I think I've heard you say that before. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because, I think as an adult, I am obviously like more knowledgeable and I'm smart. Mm-hmm. But I think growing up, especially for us at a young age, I think colorism was a big thing for us growing up, right?
It definitely was.
So I remember being in school and people would be like, girls would be upset if a guy would be like, "Oh, you're cute to be dark skinned," right? Have you ever heard that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so in hearing that, what does that say to you?
That is not, in their eye, it's not a lot of cute dark skinned females.
And I think it's because during our era of growing up, light skin was just so like fantasized, put on a pedestal, right? That we didn't understand the beauty in the dark skin. But I think times have changed, and we now have changed in that, right? And so, like, do you now get more compliments on your skin complexion than you did, like, before?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially random people always, "Oh my gosh, your skin's so beautiful." And I'm like, "Thanks," And even a lot of people that tease me back in the day say the same thing.
Yeah, that's so funny to me. That is crazy to me. But I mean, it's just like, do we blame society? Who do we blame for that? Because the same people that you said that used to talk about us being, or talk about you being dark skinned, they now give you those compliments. And so it's just like, what has changed to make people realize like black is beautiful?
I believe that one thing has changed is society definitely has the most what am I looking for? They have the most influence on what we think
is beautiful.
Is beautiful, yeah.
For
And
sure.
when we were younger, when you look at a lot of the models and stuff, a lot of them were light skinned, a lot of them were super thin. And it's like now people are embracing all body types and different skin tones.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
Definitely.
That's definitely a good thing. So tease about your skin, and now you are because I've been out with you and people come up, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Look at your skin, it's so cute. And you just have just the most bubbly personality. Like, oh my gosh, so cute.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
good.
That's definitely me.
That's good though. No, I'm actually really happy that has changed for us. Because it's necessary, right? I mean, we're all beautiful in our skin, but I mean, some people just ain't cute, whether they light skin or dark skin.
I am a firm believer that everyone is beautiful in their own way.
In their own way. There we go. We'll leave it at that. They're beautiful in their own way. Listen, I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Some
either.
people may look at this and be like, I mean, I don't know who that person is, but you know, they shouldn't look at this and not think that I'm such a handsome guy. But if they do, that's just on them. That's just on them. Okay. So business. How's business going?
Business is surviving. It's not where I want it to be, but it's getting there.
Why?
Because I have to make some steps to push my business more than what I was doing.
Okay.
Than what I'm doing, I should say.
You have to push it in which way?
I need to crack down on like the financial part, and I need to get to the point where I could designate different jobs and duties to different people.
Okay. So you're trying to hire and delegate? Or
eventually, yes.
Eventually?
Because doing this all on your own, it's too much. It's very overwhelming.
Entrepreneurship is ghetto.
Yes, it is.
It is not easy at all, right? You have to do everything. As an entrepreneur, what are some of the things that you face that's like really difficult for you?
Staying consistent with social media.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Let's stay right there. I like that conversation.
I knew you would love that.
Let's stay right there because you're going to embarrass me in front of my people.
I'm sorry.
Because you're a part of EMC.
I am.
And that's all we talk about is content. Mm-hmm. So what is it about content that's hard for you, that stop you from being consistent?
I am a overthinker, and I have 2 cell phones full with years worth of content that I've paid for, content that I've created on my own. And I think I just get overwhelmed. And you know how everything is in your iPhone and it's just there. You got to scroll and look for it. Mm-hmm. If I could just speak into my phone and say, hey, find the video that I did for X, Y, and Z, it would be so much easier. But sitting there to create a video for me, I don't know why. It just takes me a very long time.
Have you ever thought about like making folders, different albums in your phone? And if you make different albums, you can put the videos there?
Yes.
Yes, it's still
but
too
now,
much.
Yes, the thought of having to do that now with all that stuff in my phone, it's like, holy.
It's like, oh my gosh.
It's a lot. And I don't know. It's just, for me, it takes me a long time.
I mean, but what is, like, especially I heard you said you pay for content, right? So, like, you go to Atlanta a lot and you've, like, paid different people to, like, help you create content, edit it, and all that kind of stuff. So you telling me that you pay for that and you get it and you still don't post it?
Correct.
But what? Usually people, if they spend the money on it, they're going to post it more. So what are you doing?
I don't know. You would think I was rich.
Man, I
I'm a
thought you not?
entrepreneur. No, absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm just sitting on money. No, I am not.
So, okay. So how can we solve that problem? Like, I mean, just think about this. You have content. So do somebody need to sit down with you and go through it? or do you need to, or like what can help you stay more consistent? What you think? Because okay, let me give. Okay, can I tell you my formula? What I
Yes,
do,
of course.
and I'm pretty sure you probably have heard this before. Like plan it out, strategize it, batch create, batch edit, put it in an auto scheduler, right? So taking a day, what day, when's your next free day?
My next free
Do
day.
you take days off or do you work like 7 days a week?
No, you'll be surprised. I really only work Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and some Saturdays, every other Saturday. So I can do it. I think I need to be somewhere where I can't do any of my personal stuff.
Okay. Like, what do you mean? What personal stuff?
I can't be at home. If I'm at home, I'll find something to clean up, or I'll find something
You'll
to do.
find something to do.
Yeah.
Something to watch
If I'm
on
at the
TV
shop,
or something
I'll
like
find.
that.
No, I'm not really a TV person.
No? Okay.
It'll be me cleaning up or me trying to create something, or at home, put something together. If I'm at the shop, I'll start cleaning and doing something.
Okay.
So it's not distractions.
So do you need to like get up, go to a library, Starbucks,
Probably so.
Barnes and Noble,
Probably so.
something like that? So, okay, so let's do that. All right, how about this? Okay. I work in West Oakland. So how about you come to my job and you can sit down and no distractions and you can start going through your phone and planning out your content
Okay.
with the stuff that you already have. Is that a deal?
Deal.
Shake on it.
All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all just seen her shake on it because the thing is, and I'm doing this because in reality, as entrepreneurs, we need accountability,
Yes.
right? We are used to letting ourselves down. We are used to saying no to ourselves and yes to other people. And as entrepreneurs, we have to be a little selfish. And a lot of us aren't selfish enough. And we have to be a little selfish with ourselves and our time to get shit done. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. And so I want you to be a little selfish with your time to get the shit done for you because that's going to help you ultimately be better, right? And so taking that time apart, whether it's an hour or two, to go through and just make content and just do it once a week, right? You can just do it once a week so you can show up. How often would you like to post? Once a day, twice a day? Like, what is your goal of posting?
So we'll start small,
Okay.
2 to 3 times a week,
2 to 3 times a
and
week.
then I will increase it.
Okay. I like that. 2 to 3 times a week for how long?
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. And then we increase
Ooh,
it
that's
after
pushing
that.
it. That's pushing it.
That's
2
pushing
weeks.
it?
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
But I only feel that you think that you're pushing it only because you don't have the content done. Once you actually go through your content and get it done, you will actually have more content to post, so you'll be able to show up more. Okay.
I probably have enough for a year.
I believe you do. I believe you do. In your phone, in both your phones,
yeah.
I believe that you do.
I do.
Okay. Now, can we talk about can we talk about your business? Okay. I want to ask you some stuff.
Okay. Oh man, let's go.
Look though. Okay. So you do waxes.
Yes, I do.
Have you ever had to turn anybody down?
I have not.
No?
No.
So it ain't never had nobody pants down and be like.
So as a woman, I know every woman has a distinctive smell.
Okay.
And during certain parts of the day, the smell can be a little stronger. Sometimes it can get a little funky, here and there. But that has a lot to do with how you take care of your body, sexually, personally, etc. So if you are taking care of your body, when I say taking care of your body, that means not using all the toxic products. A lot of pads are toxic. Tampons are toxic. A lot of the soaps that we use are toxic. So if you are taking care of yourself and showering like you should and washing yourself properly, for the most part, you're going to be fine.
Okay.
Ask it. Go for it.
So in the form of that, like So you haven't turned anybody away, but have you ever told anybody like, girl, you need to use these products or anything like that?
So I'm really good. And my friends say I'm good at poker face.
Okay.
So I've had clients that have like a little stench, most definitely.
Dang, that seemed like that's hard.
You know what? It's not. So if a woman comes to me consistently and I'm smelling something consistently, I'm be like, hey, you probably should see the doctor, or you probably should try this, or you should probably do X, Y, and Z. I will do that. I give recommendations.
For sure.
I know that your pH can get thrown off by anything. Your pH can get thrown off by a new sex partner, by a soap that you're using, by some panties, by you not letting it air out enough. So your pH can be thrown off by anything.
For sure.
So if it's a consistent odor, I'm gonna say something to you. If you come to me 12 times out of a year, and you have a stench once or twice, I'm not gonna say much.
Yeah.
If I have you, do the butterfly position, because that's a position that they do when I'm getting ready to wax them, and I see some discharge or something coming out, and it doesn't look normal to me, I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, you probably should check this out. I'm gonna tell you.
That's good, but that seemed like so hard. And when I say so hard is, we have to have tough conversations, and most people shy away from tough conversations, right? Where we avoid conflict. And so people don't like to hear the truth about themselves.
So you gonna get mad at me because I'm telling you got odor?
I mean, but have anybody ever got mad at you?
No.
No? I mean, I guess
delivery is everything.
Yes, it is. And I guess that maybe y'all are in an intimate setting, so therefore they probably like trust you, I guess. So therefore they ain't gonna get mad. They have to, right?
I've seen more vaginas than most men.
That is so funny. So let me ask you this: is it weird when you see people in person? If you outside and you just see them and be like, "Girl, I just seen your vagina yesterday."
So this, you want to hear something funny?
Or do they feel different? Or do
I've been
they
in a
feel
room
weird?
with a group full of women, and I would say to them, "I've seen most of y'all vaginas."
That is so funny.
No, I act normal.
No,
am a professional. Okay,
you are a professional. That's good.
You could come in there with the Nestle Crunch Wolf coochie, and I could see you the next day in public, and I'm gonna, hey girl, how you doing, girl?
And I ain't like act like you ain't never seen.
No,
nothing.
It's a vagina. The woman's body is amazing. The human body is amazing. It's beautiful.
I don't disagree.
So it's like,
I do not disagree. The woman body is amazing.
I've seen all shapes and sizes of vaginas. I've seen different shaped lips and the whole nine. So it's like, nothing surprised me.
I'm being a little messy.
Ooh, trying to make me lose clients. Watch me answer this with mine. Come on, let's go.
Right? Little clickbait.
Clickbait. All right, let's go.
No, okay. So you hear people talk about like vaginas and like roast beef, and they doing like kind of stuff like that, right? Have you ever just seen one of it, or do it be like, okay? So let me just phrase it like this: as a man who has dated women, you see a bunch of different types, and I'm not the judging type. I don't care. But I see a lot of people talk about other women and the way they stuff look, right? And so it's just like, do women feel uncomfortable about the way that, are insecure? Let me say, are women like really insecure about the way that their vagina looks?
The only insecurities that I really face with women and their vaginas is the hyperpigmentation. Because people, in the beginning, before people were waxing, they were shaving. So when you shave, sometimes you nick the skin, you get ingrowns and stuff like that, and you will start getting some discoloration around your bikini line. And of course, we all want to wear bikinis and, stuff like that. So that's like that's the most insecurities I faced as an esthetician, is the hyperpigmentation. Okay. And of course, I come up with a solution for that. Let's do a Vagacial.
Okay, what's a Vagacial?
A Vagacial is a facial for the yoni area.
Okay. So what's the benefits of that, and like what is that experience like? And I'm asking this because someone may have heard of it but don't know about it and been curious or like on the fence of doing it. And so like if I'm a woman and I want a Vagacial, like What's the benefits of that, and like what's that experience like?
So the benefits of a Vagacial is you're saving your back one, because when you got an ingrown and you bent over and you're trying to get the ingrown, a lot of times we hurting our back.
Okay.
So you lay on the table. You have a lovely massaging mask, because I like to create an experience. The lights are dim. You have a massaging mask. You have steam, and I'm going to. If you're getting a Vagacial right after a wax, it's a soothing Vagacial, so there's less steam, and the products are more gentle on the skin, so it's more calming.
Okay.
If you're getting an enzyme brightening Vagacial, that one I have people come 2 to 3 days after their hair removal service, because the products are stronger, and I'm using enzymes, so that'll help open up the skin, open up the pores more. And I do all the extractions, and I do all the, correction of the skin depending on what the client actually needs. They might need a lightening, mask, or, something like that. They may need something more hydrating, because a lot of women face a lot of dryness towards when you get closer towards the buttocks area. So I get to look at that, and I get to give you recommendations, and I take care of it while you're there. But you also have to stay consistent with your home routine for you to get the results that you want.
Get the results you need.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like to do that. They just come in and they be like, "Oh, I need you to do this," and I do it. And I be like, "Okay, when you go home 2 days later, I need you to do X, Y, and Z." Some people listen, some people don't, and they come in and they be like, "I'll ask them if they did it," and a lot of them will lie and say, "Yeah," but I can look and tell
if they did it. So they're like you with your content.
Ooh.
See, I did that there. I'm just saying.
Listen, I just want to do the services.
I'm just saying.
Somebody else do the content for me, please. Thank you.
All right. It's so funny to me because I see a lot of women. So for me as a coach, a lot of my clientele are women in the beauty industry, right? Mm-hmm. And so I look at their pages and stuff, and I call it soft porn, because all you see is a whole bunch of vaginas with just like the hand covering it, and then all you see is just like, that's soft porn to me. Listen, this girl the other day did that, and she was trying to put like an emoji over it.
Showed it.
And it was just like for a split second, that emoji before it popped up, you seen it. I was like, oh, you just put this woman vagina on Instagram.
So the thing is with that, because when I was in school, I remember my learning leader saying, do not post pictures like that. Yes. And she even said something to me after I started posting pictures like that. She was like, people in the industry are not going to want to come see you because they're going to think that you are going to ask to record their vagina. I'm not going to ask a first-time client if I can record take a picture or before or after picture. If I do it, I could do it from their phone if they request it. I have models. I have designated models that I use for my content for the most part.
For sure.
And the crazy thing, a lot of the younger clients are the ones like, come on, record. Where's your camera? I'll be like, damn, you're just going to show your coochie to the world.
Hey,
but I make sure that I'm covering up tattoos.
Yeah.
And I'm making it as classy as I can possibly make it.
For sure.
The only hater is TikTok.
Oh, TikTok be hating?
Oh, I done got kicked off of TikTok because of that.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, TikTok will not let me post anything like that.
It's borderline.
It is, but that's what, honestly, that's what people want to see.
I mean, but you want to see what the work is, right?
You want to see what the work is.
There's no other way to show the work than to show the work.
And my primary service is waxing. So it's like, me personally, I get tired of posting vaginas. Yeah. I do. But that's what they want to see.
What you want to see? You ever did a man?
Yes.
Like?
Yes.
That seemed like that hurts. Number one, waxing just hurts.
I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it's mindset. I mean, mind over matter. It's what you make it. It doesn't feel good, but hell, it's a lot of stuff that don't feel good.
You.
And it's quick. I'm quick. And my thing is I used to work for a corporation.
Yes.
And I didn't like how they had the clients in and out, in and out, in and out. That's all they wanted, in and out. They didn't care about, certain things.
No experience.
So you want me in there with a client for 5 to 10 minutes, in and out, and you want me to sell them the products that don't work?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that. So that's why I went and did my own thing.
For sure. That's definitely not a good business model, right? I mean, you can be quick, but it's also like giving someone a experience is way better than trying to be quick and get them in and out, right? I spoke at a barber college, and one of the questions was asked was like, how quick can you cut somebody's hair? And the dude was like, I can get them out in 15 minutes and get on and this. And then one of the other barbers was like, nope, I'll give them at least 45 minutes. Like, give every client you have 45 minutes. And we not talking about how quick you can be, because it's about the experience you can give somebody,
Most
right?
definitely.
You can get somebody in, cut their hair 15 minutes, get them out the way.
Yep.
Move on to the next person. But if you get somebody in a chair, you have a good conversation, you treat them right, do the facial massage and do this and do that, and you give them an experience, number one, you're able to charge more. But number two, someone is more willing to come back to you because the experience you offer them over than you getting them in and out.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel about like
Waxing?
your waxing and the business that you have
So
with your
yes,
customers?
I definitely, any services you get from me, I'm creating an experience for you. With waxing, yes and no, because of the position that you have to lay in. Most people can't lay with their legs open that long. I can do a Brazilian in 5 minutes, but I don't want to market that, because everyone's different. Like, I know my clients that are regular, I know who I need to give more time to. I have a appointment slot for 15 minutes. And for my first timers, I try to give them a little bit longer, just in case I got to take a little break in between. And if you stay consistent with your waxes, things are way more easy. But I have something that I want to challenge. I want to challenge a man to come in and let me record waxing them. I want that content, and I want to post it on my page.
So you said you done a man before. They didn't want to let you record them?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
No.
For sure.
Guys are different from women.
So how you going to cover a guy part?
Easy. I'm going to put an emoji over it. I might put an eggplant over it. Who knows?
But that is so funny.
Because I really want, for me, it's more so hygiene. Hair sweats. You sweat when you have hair. Bacteria sits there, and you get an odor. I understand, and we all wash and we take care and we clean ourselves.
For sure.
But it still has an odor.
You
don't have to take all the hair off, just at least the bikini line at the top. Think about it. When women are down there, they don't want the hair there.
So, look, okay, let me tell you this.
I got you back.
I'll bust myself out. So I be trying to manscape, right? As I say, so I try to manscape. So I will take my razor. I have a razor to shave liners that I use, and so I'll try to get the little extra hair so I won't just be hella hairy. I did that once, and then a day or two later, I was wondering why I was itching. I'm like, what the fuck am I itching so much for, right? I'm like, God dang. I'm like, what is this? I could not figure out. I'm like, what did I do? And am I burnt or what the hell? But I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. And I'm just like,
when you shave and use the clippers, when the hair grow back in, it itch.
Itch.
I don't know what the scientific part is of that, but it itch. When you get waxed, you pull the whole bulb out of the follicle.
So therefore,
and as you continue to wax, it shrinks and shrinks, and it just becomes weaker. So the hairs, slide out easier eventually. Because the follicles are strong. If you've never pulled that hair out, it's really strong. But when it grow back, it definitely. We've all experienced that.
Man, I was like, what? So that's why waxing is better than shaving, because waxing you don't get an itch after the wax.
I've had very few clients say their hair itched when it grew back, and I don't. They said it itched, but it's very rare. But I definitely recommend waxing or sugaring.
What's sugaring?
Sugaring is all natural water. So when you wax, you place the wax. You pick the wax up with an applicator and you lay the hair down, and then you remove it when it dries. With sugaring, it's a paste, a ball of paste, lemon, sugar, and water, and it's all natural. You go through with a couple passes, and then you flick the hair. So the sugar is seeping into the pores, and then when you flick it, it's pulling them out. So it's healthier and it's all natural. Some people love it, some people hate it.
Does it?
Some people say it hurt more, but me personally, I feel like when you wax, that tingle that you get after, it lasts a little bit longer versus sugaring. With sugaring, it'd be like 3 seconds.
Dang. I've never heard of that.
Really?
You just put me on something new. I've never.
Yes, come get sugar. I want everyone that I wax to try sugaring at least one time.
And see which one they like more.
Mm-hmm. But as an esthetician, sugaring is more on my body, so I charge more for it. And I'm going to increase my price in January for it because I'm not charging enough.
You're not charging enough. You got to charge your worth.
Yeah. I still was, when I trained to be sugared, I still felt like I was, needed more practice.
Yeah, for sure.
But now it's on. January.
It's up.
It's up.
My rates went up.
My rates went up.
That's what I'm talking about. We got to charge our worth. Mm-hmm. Yes. So let me ask this. As an entrepreneur, as an esthetician, for your price range, where are you at as your price range? Because you just said you're not charging enough. But when you look at your prices and other people's prices, do you see a difference? What scale are you on?
So for me, I haven't compared prices in over a year, and I need to do that. I'm going to do that because January prices are going up. Mm-hmm. I usually try to stick to a little bit under European Wax Center.
For sure.
But I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm a solo esthetician and I don't have people come in and out. So when people cancel or no-show, for me, that's a lot.
Yeah.
For European Wax Center, it's nothing because you got people walking in
and out, sure.
So you can replace that slot real quick. I can't do that as a solo esthetician. So I definitely, and I say it all the time, I'm too nice, and my friend just said, it's not that you're too nice. I just need to really charge my worth. And my price for a Brazilian right now is $68, and my clients always crack those. They be like, why do you have that odd number? Because I was always trying to stay a couple dollars less than European Wax Center. But January, I'm going to go ahead and knock it to 70 because y'all give me tips anyway.
You going to up it $2?
I'm going to up it $2 just to be 70. But my Brazilian is going to be, my sugaring is going to be a little bit more.
A little more. Okay. Why did you... okay, I guess I get that. You see them as a competition. It's like if I'm less than them, then I would get more.
I don't
people.
Know.
I don't know.
The beginning stage of entrepreneurship, thinking, I didn't really know any better.
But
sure. Let's say I do charge more for men.
So you charge why? Is it more work?
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's more work, and some men are creepy.
Men are creepy. And it's like...
And I have to deal with sometimes men getting erections.
Yes.
But just so you know, I don't hold anything. You do.
Wait, what?
Hey, I've gotten some creepy calls before from men.
So you're saying you're not going to hold it to wax?
No,
you got to hold it.
They hold it there. I tell them what to do. I say, let me see your hand. Place it here. And the only thing I'm touching is where I wax, and I'm making sure that you get that little pressure after. But no, I've had some creepy calls.
That is what's crazy is I've had different people come to me or that I've talked to, and it was like, Loranda, she does my waxing.
Women come tell you that.
I swear to God.
Tell you that?
I swear to God, I've had conversations with people, and I was like, really? I was like, well, she is dope.
Why are you guys telling Terry that I waxed you? Just wondering. Curious.
But I have no idea. But I've literally, this was like a few weeks ago. I was out at a bar and I was talking to somebody, and they was asking me about the event, about the entrepreneur experience, and then they was like, "Oh, I see Laronda there. She does my waxing."
Maybe they're talking about their underarms. They can talk about their legs. Can y'all stop telling people that I wax y'all? Because then people ask me what y'all vaginas look like, and I have to say, I don't know. I don't remember.
Do people actually ask you that?
Yes.
Hey,
I've had DMs from guys saying, "Hey, just show the whole thing." Creeps.
That's different. Niggas are crazy. But I'm saying, has anybody asked you specifically, hey, you do amber waxing? What her vagina?
I've had somebody ask me what somebody's vagina look like, and I just want guys to know. Stop asking me that question, especially with the pictures that you guys see online. Don't send me messages because that could be your niece or your mama.
Your mama
or your auntie.
You looking at your mama private part.
Y'all better stop with the DMs with the vagina hearts.
Crazy.
Because you might be hurting your niece or your family member's vagina.
I've never thought of that. When you look at those pictures,
you don't know whose vagina that is.
You don't know who
unless
it is
you've been
that you're
intimate with
looking
that
at.
person and you remember what it looked like. That's different, but you never know. Stop being creeps.
God, that is so crazy. So when you post those, guys really be hitting you up, and you like, ooh.
It slowed down a lot, but when I first started, yes,
Damn.
I was like creeps.
So would you block them?
No, they're usually my male friends.
Oh. So are they just like they're joking around?
Possibly,
but
I'm not.
They joking around, but they
business.
not.
Yeah. If I send them the picture, they'll be happy.
But if you send it, I ain't mad at you.
I need all my women to know your photos are safe with me.
There we go.
I promise you, I'm not showing them to anyone, and I'm not selling them for porn.
You're not creating an OnlyFans page off the ladies' pictures and videos.
Absolutely not.
That's good. I'm glad that you are trustworthy.
Yes, I'm trustworthy.
Because now that you're saying all of that, people
even
can
if
really
you
be
piss
doing
me off.
that.
Even if you piss me off, I'm still gonna keep your vagina
You're still a
safe.
professional.
Yes, I'm still a professional.
Still a professional.
I don't do anything to anyone that I don't want done to myself.
Good. So if I am a new entrepreneur, or if I'm in beauty school and I want to be an esthetician, right? What is some advice that you can give me to, like, for my business? What advice can you just give me if I'm trying to be a waxer or anything like that?
I would tell you not to do entrepreneurship alone.
What does that mean?
Don't think you just gonna get out of school and open up a suite by yourself and flourish.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. It sounds good. And a lot of the times when you're in school, people will tell you, oh, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna send people to you. Those people usually don't come. Okay. Most of your clientele is going to come from word of mouth, and it's probably going to come from strangers. So don't do it by yourself. And I don't recommend going straight into your own salon suite after school. I don't. I went straight to a corporation so that I could mess up their clients. And make mistakes on them first.
Yeah.
Because once you make a mistake on especially in the vagina area, you're probably not going to get that person back.
Yeah. So that's very smart. So use somebody else's business to get better.
Absolutely. And to build up your speed and stuff.
Build up your speed and you can build up your clientele, right?
Yeah, that get tricky. You got to be careful with that.
You got to be careful.
Because they make you sign something.
Okay.
So you don't want to,
don't be trying to steal European wax customers and starting your own business.
Don't do it.
For sure. But get better off their dime.
Definitely. Them are Radiant. If you like hard wax, go to European. If you like soft wax, go to Radiant.
Go to who?
Radiant Skin.
Radiant.
That's the old Lunchbox. Yeah.
Oh, Lunchbox.
They use soft wax.
I think I've heard of that. Okay. What's the difference between soft and hard wax?
Me personally, I like hard wax. Soft wax to me, is more rough on the skin. I like more gentle stuff, but it's also the brand of wax you use too.
Okay, cool. So as a new esthetician, you're saying don't get your own salon suite. And I feel that because some people think that if they get their own salon suite that they can start just making some posts and just gonna get clientele, and you saying it don't happen like that.
I've been in the game since 2018 and making posts. I've gone with the 30 days posting, and I see the difference between the 30 days and the posting here and there. But a lot of people are nosy and they're lurkers and they just look. You have to do a lot more than just posting to get clientele. As a waxer, facial, and especially with the Black community, a lot of people are scared to get facials because they feel like it's going to break their skin out. But you got to be educated, and you got to be able to educate your clients on what could possibly happen after a facial.
Yeah.
And you got to build that trust. And then when it comes to waxing, same thing. You got to be able to build that trust with people. People are not just going to come to you when you're new, because let's be realistic. When you are in school to be an esthetician,
yeah,
they don't really teach you what you need to know to actually run your business when it comes to hands-on. They teach you the stuff so that you could pass the test. Once you pass the test, you got to further educate yourself by taking classes and
the business side of things.
Yep, on the business side thing, and you got to take more course so that you can learn how to actually do the services. You learn the basics in school.
Yeah, I have a friend, millionaire barber.
I was on his live this morning.
Okay, he's dope. That's my guy.
He been on me too.
Shout out to my guy. He was at the Entrepreneur Experience. I was talking to him about that because I'm not a barber, but I want to open a barber school, right? But I would love to partner with someone that's actually a barber and professional because I've been brought out to schools. Like I've spoke at Paul Mitchell and done and Urban Barber College and a bunch of these like barber schools and stuff like that, right? And esthetician schools. And so I've been brought out to speak at them. But one thing I do notice is that like they are teaching you these services, but you're not learning the business side like that, right? So you go to school, you get your education, but once you go out, you don't know branding, you don't know marketing, you don't know how to really promote yourself that well. So therefore, it's a hard jump, right? You spend all this money in school, and then when you leave, you really don't know what to do. And so I was like, I want to open a school and add that business component to it. And then I was like, if we can do a school and add that to it, that'd be dope. We'll be winning because ain't no other school teacher. Just think if you leave school and you are hella good at social media, how much better that would be. How well, even though you said you're not the most consistent with social media, how has social media played a big part in your life as far as you becoming an entrepreneur or you getting more clients?
So when I first joined EMC, what was that, like a year and a half ago, something like that? I was being a little bit more consistent with my posting, and I did get more revenue. My revenue did increase that time that I was doing it. So I definitely believe social media plays a big part when it comes to marketing because that's just, technology is just where it is now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to market and they don't know how to post and they don't know how to do all the tricks and stuff like that. That's why I say don't do entrepreneurship alone because you need someone to help you. I definitely recommend signing up with a mentor, taking course. EMC is amazing. We get a lot of gems during our classes. And I have a lot of tools. I just have to utilize them.
For sure.
And that's where that's a personal thing that I'm working. That's something I have to work on personally, because it's not the money that I've invested in my business and stuff like that that's stopping me from making the money. It's me.
Yeah.
As an individual, something I need to work on, and I haven't cracked that code yet. I'm getting there, but I haven't cracked it to where I just got to figure out what is the best strategy for me.
For sure. You go to Atlanta a lot.
I do. I haven't gone in a while, and I miss it.
What do you miss?
The atmosphere. I miss the people that were out there. The people out there have good energy,
For sure.
And they're willing to help. And I've learned that people out there are more willing to help and give information versus being in a bay.
I was going to ask you that the culture of out there to out here, there's a difference.
Big difference.
Right? And so, like, for me, I go to Atlanta a lot because they have business events, like, every weekend. All the time.
Support.
It's so much stuff going on. And like you said, people support. Like, it's like any event you go to, it's going to be a good amount of people there that you can network with and do things like that. So, like, what has that experience been like for you being out there, going out there versus being here in the Bay Area?
For me, when I go out there, it's like I fill my cup. Just from being around the people, the energy, and and stuff like that. Being in the different atmospheres, the bars, the just being in different places with the entrepreneurs. People are more willing to help and more willing to give you the game. Being out here, people are too busy worried about you leveling up over them, and stuff like that, and getting ahead and stuff like that, which I think is real crazy. But we go change that culture. We doing that.
My nigga.
One event at a time.
One event at a time. Speaking of events, your shirt says Shades of Brown.
Yeah.
What's that?
Shades of Brown is an event that I am hosting with Ryan J. Smiles and Courtney. We are doing a women's entrepreneur event, and a lot of people complaining because I keep doing women's events. I am an expert in women. I got to build the community. I got to stay in one area at a time. I'm going to let you do the majority, and I'm going to stick with the women for now.
That's good.
So it's a women's entrepreneur event that is being held in Alameda, California, November 9th.
Okay.
From 11 to 4.
What is it, though?
We have 3 panelists coming.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about business and what it's like to be a woman entrepreneur. We have the panelists are on different levels in their business. So we have them speaking and telling their experience and, giving some gems and stuff like that. We're also going to have a fashion show because I realize a lot of people don't know how to dress when it comes to events. And I've seen a lot of women that are really, I'm sorry to say, look a little raunchy and thirsty at events.
Yeah.
So we have 3 categories so that people can see different ways to dress up events. Me, I'm a tennis shoe girl, so I like to wear tennis shoes. So we got a category where you could dress up, wearing tennis shoes. We got one where you're doing business casual and you can wear your heels and stuff like that. So at the end of the competition, the fashion show is a competition. We have Boundless Beautification giving away $1,100 worth of services. It's a makeover and a photo shoot. Okay. So it's just a way to network. We have vendors coming, so we have vendor spaces available as well. So we have a way to network, learn some things, and just to surround yourself with like-minded people. Because a lot of us have friends that we're around that aren't entrepreneurs. They're 9-to-5ers. Sure. They don't understand what we go through. So you have to have entrepreneur friends to understand you to help your business flourish.
Now, let me ask you this. It's a women's event, which is definitely cool. That's your lane, right?
That's my lane
your
for
lane.
now.
But even with that being in your lane, would you have like a man be there to speak or present? So I've seen women events where they have like influencer men and different stuff like that speak at the event, teach and stuff like that. Would you be open to having a man like teach at your event?
So for this event, no, we were trying to keep it all women. It is going to be one male in the building, and he is the photographer that's doing the headshots for the women that have VIP.
Yeah.
And I chose him because he's a friend, and we are balling on a budget right now.
Okay.
And a lot of photographers are not in my budget. Yeah, so he was willing to work with me and do the headshots because the headshots are included in the VIP ticket. Okay. Because a lot of people don't have headshots, and that surprises me.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Everyone needs a headshot. I don't care if you're a business owner or not.
Or not, yes. When I tell you, when I ask people for headshots, we're into events, right? We put on events. And when I ask people for headshots for flyers and different stuff like that, they be sending me selfies, got their seatbelt on and stuff like that. One dude sent me a cartoon of himself. And I was just like, nah, you got to give me something else.
Have to have 20
people. I have 20 people on this flyer, man. I can't put your cartoon character on here. Right? And it was just like that.
Whoever that guy was, shame on you. I'm judging you. I'm definitely judging
you. Look, people. It's just a trip that people don't have like professional headshots.
And that's why we're including it in the VIP ticket. And we're the general admission tickets, they still can get a headshot, but they have to pay for it separately.
Okay. Cool. That's good. So you're giving away headshots to VIP. To the VIP. Mm-hmm. Let me ask this. How is events going for you as an entrepreneur? Are you seeing growth in revenue? Are you seeing growth in like business? Are you seeing growth in just network of people? Because I really like putting on events. That's like one of my favorite things to do. It's also sometimes really hard because you don't always get the turnout you want, so it's not always a profit. Right. Right? And I don't care what nobody says. We need to make money, right? We gotta make money. Like these things, we can't continue to put on events if we're not making money. Right? Because it's going to put a halt to the events because we ain't going to be able to afford it. And so two-part question. How's the support for you as putting on these events? And as putting on these events, are you doing it for what is the purpose of doing the events?
Right now for me, none of my events have I have not made a profit off any of my events. I'm doing it because I really believe that the community needs to be built in the Bay Area. And eventually, I'm going to make some money off of it. But I get my blessings in other ways. But for sure. They've been up and down. My first event was amazing. The tickets sold like that. The second one was a youth event. That one was a little slower. And then this one is it's going okay. We definitely need more ticket sales because people forget that we have to pay for insurance. You got to pay for the facility. You got to pay for you got to pay for a lot of things.
Quit
and people
being
be like,
last minute.
the tickets are so expensive.
Oh
$100 and you're
gosh.
getting a headshot. You're getting a meal. You're getting priority seating, priority parking, all that stuff. Every little thing counts, but people that don't do the events, they're the ones that's always complaining that things cost too much, but they'll go and spend money on some BS. Yeah. So, yeah. It's up and down. That's why I say the Bay is different from Atlanta.
Yeah, the Bay is definitely different, right? So, like, even people be like, man, even I know that, right? If I did the entrepreneur experience anywhere else, it would have been hundreds of people, right?
Oh, most definitely.
For sure. It's just hard. But you know what? I think it's hard here because a lot of people here aren't exposed to these different type of things.
They don't want to be exposed.
I've had people like, oh, I've never even been to a business conference or, anything like that. So they don't even know what to expect, right? But my goal for like events is to grow my brand, right? To meet more people and then also give the experience and knowledge to my community, right? As we're trying to build this community, you want to give the knowledge and stuff. And so always one of the things for me is like, number one, events are fun. They're stressful, but they're fun.
They are.
I like to be around the people, but then it's also like, for me, I feel it's like my cheat code to build the community and get to know more people, right? And then also for me to build a brand.
Yes,
me
for sure.
putting on events helps build the brand. Like people come up to me and be like, man, I heard about your event, this out next year is what you always get next time. But it's like whatever. I just appreciate it and I like doing it. So I definitely want to give you your flowers for what it is that you're doing.
Thank you.
Because you're doing it and you're staying consistent with it, right? And if even though you don't post content like you should, your ass be on live. You go live
I don't mind
consistently.
doing a story and a live,
Yeah,
but posting, I don't know.
You be consistent with live.
Yeah, I'll do a live and a story real quick.
You be like, listen, I'm live every day at 8:00 or whatever. Like you be with it. So that's definitely dope. Cool. Is there anything that you would like to share with the people, share with someone watching, share with someone that is looking at you, because you have grown a lot and you have accomplished a lot. And I want to tell you, like, I really commend you for that. I've seen your growth and I've seen what you do. And then just even like you going to Atlanta, going to these events, investing in yourself, like people are afraid to do that. People are really afraid to invest in themselves, but they're afraid of that because they don't always believe in themselves. Like if I spend this money on myself, I actually don't believe it's going to work. And that's because I don't believe in myself. That's a lot of people's mindset, but you go after it. You doing. So definitely commend you for that. But let's say it's somebody here watching. What is something that you can tell them to keep them going?
One thing I would say is you are in control of your mindset and you are in control of your destiny. So you have to take control in order to get to where you want to be. So make it happen.
Take control in order to get to where you want to be.
Yep.
I like that. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time today. This was a very good conversation. Definitely some very funny moments. Yeah. And I thank you for the insights of that, because as a man, I don't be knowing what's going on. Like, I don't know nothing about waxing, right? And so you taught me some stuff.
I taught you, so that don't mean go start your business.
Listen, wax appointments, Waxes by Terry coming soon.
Waxes by Terry. And he's going to be trained by the best, Loranda at Coco's Beauties. Because I do have a wax class as well.
Oh, you teaching? You got a wax class?
Yeah, I don't promote that either. Well, yeah, I do.
It. That's cool. I
got a lot of things. I got to give you your flowers too, Terry, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. You've helped me a lot.
Thank you.
You have.
I appreciate
my mentor, Terry Griffin. Give it up for him.
I appreciate that. We're going to clip this part and I'm going to post that on social media because social proof matters.
Social proof matters.
Okay. So Your event. Tell me your event again. What's it going to
Shades
be
of
called?
Brown,
Shades of
November
Brown.
9th from 11 to 4 at Y Cafe in Alameda, California.
All right. I thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Let's make sure we push out that event and get more people going. How can people find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Cocos_beauties. And for every new follower I get is a new post that I will put up.
Ooh, I like that challenge. Okay. How many followers you got? We gonna end it right here.
How many followers do I
But
have?
yeah, how many followers?
Look at me over here. This is me challenging myself, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, y'all making me work.
Let me know the follower count, because starting from there, we about to do it right now.
3,150 followers.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm writing this down. You said 3,000 what?
3,150. That's
Okay.
how many followers I have as of today.
So
What is it?
as of today,
28.
she has 3,150 followers. So every follower we get her, the more she's going to post, okay? So I need y'all to make sure y'all go follow her so we can get her to post more.
I'm going to post more. Every follower, I promise.
Okay, cool. Good. All right. Well, thank you for being here again. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Entrepreneur Experience. You've watched this episode. It was amazing. She was great. Make sure you subscribe. If you ever would like to be on here and be a guest, there's going to be a link in the description. You can fill out a form and we can talk about it, okay? Everybody's not allowed to be here, but maybe you can come. So thank you for watching the Entrepreneur Experience podcast. We'll see you next time. Peace.